Hey guys, it's Miss Cassidy again. Hope everyone is doing well. So, let's begin at the start. Little inside joke. Okay, remember to always put your heading with your name, date, grade, and section, and always leave space for your title. Your objective for today is to analyze and compare features of documentaries and informational texts. Your I can statement is, I can recognize the purpose of a documentary. Now remember, if you need more time to jot this down, always remember you can come back and watch the video again, pause it, or even rewind here on my YouTube channel. So this week, continuing with the theme about immigrants, we are going to be doing two birds with one stone thing. We are going to collaborate and compare. First, we're going to be watching a short documentary on new immigrants share their stories. This is directed by Lisa Gossels. And further on, we'll be seeing the informational text called A Common Bond, Teens Forge Friendships Despite Differences. And this was written by Brooke Hauser. Now, our essential question remains the same. What are the places that shape who you are? Comparing purposes. As you view the documentary and read the text that follows it, think about how each author achieves their purpose by using the unique elements of film or text to convey ideas. After you view and read the selections, you're going to collaborate with the group on a final project. To be continued about that part, we're not sure yet. Now, our quick start activity is, many families have dramatic stories to tell about how and why the first family members came to the United States. In a small group, take turns sharing immigration stories about your own family or someone else's. This is something that we will put to practice once in class. If we don't have a situation, as it says here, personal in our own family, we might know about someone else, or we might have seen it somewhere on the news or a documentary that we've seen ourselves. Analyze a documentary. New Immigrants Share Their Stories is a documentary, a non-fiction film that presents or documents information about people or events. A documentary's purpose is the reason it is made: to inform, to entertain, to persuade, or even to express feelings or opinions. The opinion, claim, or an idea a filmmaker wants to convey is the film's message. Documentary filmmakers usually have a motive or a reason why they feel the story is worth telling. Here are some examples of motives and clues that can help you to identify a motive based on the film's emphasis or focus. But first, let's take a look at some of the elements that go into making a documentary. It provides factual information. It may investigate or tell a true story. It employs the basic elements of film such as live footage, narration, music, animation, and on-screen text. And finally, it often includes interviews with experts or other people involved with the topic. So here are some of the motives. You have social motivation. The film focuses or gives clues to motivate human interaction, changing behaviors, or attitudes. The motive for commercializing. The focus of the film or clues to motivate it is a product that viewers are encouraged to buy. And finally, another method of motivation is political view, which is the focus of the film or clues to motivate to support for or opposition to government or laws. Documentary filmmakers combine visual and sound techniques to present information. These are some of the techniques they use. A voiceover. The voice of an unseen commenter or a narrator. The narrator explains or clarifies images and provides important new information. Excuse me. New Immigrants Share Their Stories uses several narrators, including a commenter, teachers, and students. Stills. Stills are images that are motionless, such as illustrations or photographs. In this film, the students' video diaries include photographs from their years growing up in other countries. Animation. Images that appear to move and seem alive. For example, New Immigrants Share Their Stories includes an animated graphic of travel across the globe. To evaluate a documentary, you examine its techniques and content to judge its impact. And you can ask yourself these questions. How well does the film achieve its main purpose? What is the film's main message, and is it conveyed effectively? What techniques caught my interest and why? What kind of motive did the filmmaker most likely have? Now, another thing you have to focus on is analyzing the text elements. Text elements are print and graphic features that author used to structure text. As you read A Common Bond, notice how these elements help guide your reading and achieve specific purpose. Again, let's take a look at the elements that go into an informational text. 1. Provides factual information. 2. Often includes graphic features. And 3. Typically makes use of text elements such as subheadings, bold-facing, sidebars, and footnotes. So here's an example of a text element. A heading is a text title. A subtitle may follow the title and give more detail about that topic. Subheadings within the text introduce new topics or sections. Here's an example from A Common Bond for Teens Forge Friendships Despite Differences, Part 1, A Second Home. As you can see, they went with a graphic feature, like a graph, chart, diagram, photographs, and other visuals. Graphs present statistical information and show numerical relationships as seen here. An example of a footnote is a numbered note that explains selected words or phrases in the text. For example, Under the Umbrella is part of a larger organization. So I hope this was useful to you guys to understand a little bit about what we're going to be focusing on in the story. We have our critical vocabulary, which you guys will demonstrate the understanding of that by being able to answer the following questions. Now, when you go to the New Immigrants Share Their Stories, you'll get a little bit of background information about your writer, and then you will clearly have the video here that you will watch. Once you guys are done with that, then we go to the next part. I hope you guys enjoy the video. See you later.